move on and talk about our strategy a little bit. It's simple: buy, fix, sell. We are a value-add buyer of multifamily and office. We operate in 8 cities throughout the United States. We are a total return strategy, and we operate in a fund format, which may be a little bit different than what people are used to. But in a fund format, investors are outsourcing all decision making to us within a framework that's described within our private placement memorandum. So we have a strategy that's detailed within the private placement memorandum, which is available to read, and we also have a presentation deck that we can send you that goes into a little bit more depth. But we're not a deal-by-deal platform. Our fund is really ideal for individuals who want to allocate a portion of their portfolio and outsource the management and the day-to-day. And we are the ones that make the asset selection decisions. We create the business plans, we execute the business plans, manage the risk around the portfolio, and really we define the portfolio construction process for each and every fund. Our goal is to double our investors' capital over a 6 to 8 year period in the fund. Every deal that we underwrite tends to have a 4 to 6 year business plan that we're looking to double the capital within each deal. We target a 16 to 18% IRR in Fund 3. That's what we're targeting. That was the same target in Fund 1 and Fund 2, and we outperformed both those substantially, and I'll talk about that a little bit when we get into the track record. Our typical assets that we look for, we're looking for high quality real estate that is performing well below its peer group, and more importantly, priced well below its peer group. So we're looking for deals that have edge, where we can buy them right, and where we can also create value. And we're the 8 high growth cities that we're in include Chicago, it includes Denver, Dallas, Austin, Houston, and then in the southeast we're in Raleigh, we're in Charlotte, and we're in Atlanta. And the 3 themes that we look for in every deal, and this is really characterized throughout our portfolio, are individuals who own an institutional asset but don't have the scale or the acumen to run it properly. Those are kind of some of our favorite, and we'll talk about a few of those deals that we have in the pipeline. We can talk about those, or the 4 deals, these come up as well. And then we also find institutions that really have orphan assets, as we call them, on their books. So an institution, an example would be an asset that we bought from Equity Office about 3 years ago. Equity Office is a great operator, but through an acquisition they ended up acquiring a host of smaller assets, $25 million assets, and that company is really built to run assets greater than $150 million. So we're looking for those assets that have been neglected, that have been ignored by their owners, that should be operating at a much higher level, and we come in, buy them, fix them, maximize the value, and then ultimately generate investment returns when we sell them. The last strategy we look for, or the last kind of theme, is undercapitalized owners. And Matt is going to talk about Lee Park Towers down in Dallas, one of the assets that we've acquired, and that is a great example of an owner who's more than qualified to own this, but who ran out of capital and just cannot execute the business plan. So the building has really been neglected for not because of lack of expertise, but because of lack of capital being able to put into the building. So we have 4 offices throughout the United States. We're in Chicago, we're in Denver, we are in Dallas, and we are in Charlotte. And those cities all serve as regional hubs for sourcing. Part of our strategy is about seeing every deal on market and off market. Real estate is local. You have to know it block by block. You have to have the relationships in the market as well. This is still a people business. When we're trying to generate above market returns, we want to be the first one being called, and that's why we put people in our neighborhoods and in the regions where we're sourcing deals.